Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Get up, 180!
The 48 right now, let's go. I got you, boy. Shoot.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch one. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Hey, Delta!
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
48, Mike, 48.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
That's what I do.
Hey, alert! Hey, Alpha!
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Again, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go! 180!
Hey, I'm coming.
First down, a run with Cohen. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch one.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Watch one.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long.
Mike one. You must be dreaming. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Let's go, defense. Hey.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Ran, go!
Hey, man. Watch the booth.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trubisky to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Alert, 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 alert.
You ain't got nothing.
Hey, ball. No touch.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Ran, touch. Alert. Bravo.
Now Trubisky. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Double tight. Everyone, you got 4 down.
Now Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now it's Trubisky. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Dexter Lawrence. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Ready, set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's run. Ball.
Let's bring it. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. And 58 to
Jones operating from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, here's White. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Saquon Barkley running right, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Slayton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
So Mike's number 1, Mike's hey, Mike 7.
It's our time. Mike 1, Mike 1. Mike, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Alert.
Go, go.
Alert 3. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Lock in, lock in.
Here we go. Kill.
Here's Trubisky. Going for it all. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal.
On for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Jones now on third down. Catch made by Slayton. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
At their 48-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw.
We gotta get the stop here, D.
Snap.
On second and 11 now. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with White. And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
35 to Mike. Smooth.
30-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky got a man open. It's Ross. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 35.
Hey, orbit.
You remember me? 35's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Give me something. Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Hey, check.
Ran, talk.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn.
Ran, talk.
Show it up.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Hey, team 6.
48 Mike.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did, you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
That's track. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Double dog. That's the way. Hey,
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
Ready.
57 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. White. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
At the 11-yard line.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. Trubisky will throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
First and 10.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick pass out to Miller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
Short gain last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Back to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. He's back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be second down. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Giants, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile,